Hi guys, these are your cards for Friday, November 22nd, 2019. So I'm going back to a deck that I really love. It is the Earth Magic Oracle deck. I've pulled from this deck before, but I it did come with a guidebook, so I kind of find I gave my interpretation, but doing with the lives on IG, it's kind of harder to do it that way. So I started I would pull the cards and now downloading the book. So just bear with me with this. So the first card we have is lightning power. So when I got this, it said take your power back. So we feel that we don't have power in a situation. Just know that this is only temporary and this too shall pass. I know we can't blame Mercury retrograde anymore for the anxiety. So I feel this is like with myself, like a self-imposed quote unquote prison. Don't worry, it will pass. I'm gonna actually try and get a workout in and try and get rid of some of my anxiety. So lightning power. Lightning shapes our senses and triggers fear and awe. We see the forked beams of brilliant light jumping from the sky, and our initial trigger is the anticipation of the roar that follows naturally. To seek shelter from the storm, or grateful that we already are being sheltered. This demonstration of the power of creation, the demonstration of creation, but also reminds us that we are not in control of the natural world. So sometimes things happen and we can't explain it. Like a unforeseen death happens, like an untimely death happens, and we can't control it. We don't know the rhyme or reason. Yes, the medical report will come in, but it's like your body's telling you like this shouldn't have happened, but it's just like it's saying like it's like it's out of our hands basically, and we have to just give that up, like release that sense of control. When we witness nature's power with open hearts and minds, we see that it is either destructive or constructive. It simply is. So sometimes things in life are just like an untimely death. It just simply is. There's no, we can't find the rhyme or reason to it, but we are just being asked to move forward, and take that as a life lesson, and try to teach the next generation after us, like, if we have children or children in your life, how to better prepare for it, how to not make the same mistakes you did. So the next one is Green Man and Synergy. So we had a lot of synergy energy in September and October, which was absolutely brilliant. This heightened energy. There exists some form of Green Man through history and in all cultures through the world, often a symbol of rebirth. So we actually have been talking with this when I do the lives on Instagram, or I do readings for some of you, that some of you are in this new rebirth. With myself finding a new career, which is healing, doing readings. So we are in this rebirth energies, this synergy of rebirth. So for a rebirth of life in the springtime. So that's an example of how big this rebirth is. So we were dormant. So this actually speaks volumes to me, because I was dormant because of the passing of my husband. And then Spirit started speaking to me more and more. I trusted my intuition, and now I'm in this rebirth. How explosive is it going to be? Just like springtime. Even though we were dormant, now we were sustained through that dormancy time, and now we're going to bloom to our full potential. Also associated with the Lord of the Wild Wood. As a representative of the planet kingdom, Green Man reminds us of the incredible synergy required from Gaia to maintain her delicate and dynamic balance among the various beings of the planet. Synergy is the interaction and cooperation of two or more elements that produce a combined effort greater than the sum of their separate efforts. So when you bring two elements together, so this is talking about your signs. If you actually, like Libra, Cancer, Virgo, we talk about water, earth, fire signs. air signs. So they're saying they're saying here, it's like when you bring two of those signs together, two of those elements together, it's the synchronic energies of the two cooperations of these two elements produce a combined effort greater than the sum of a separate effort. So now two have become one. But when you have two have become one, you become this fearless power. So this is also plays into dance and celebration, where we're celebrating either an engagement, a wedding, a birth of a child. It's like, this is what they're talking about. Two elements are becoming one. We witness this in the complex and comprehensive interactions between plants, humans, and animals. So this is what I was talking about. When two become one, when a water sign and air sign, I'm just throwing this out here. I have no idea about what those two would make. But, if you follow Astrology Answers, she talks about, they have a pinch of this and a pinch of that. And you bring them together. A baby born under this astrological chart would be X, Y, and Z. This is what I'm talking about. When two signs come together, sometimes that energy is so enormous. It's like a big boom kind of thing. The message is seeing the bigger picture, the connection to all. So like I say, when we're be respectful when we do the live IGs, that, people that have never gotten readings, I am thankful to my supporters every single time. They're loyal supporters. Every single Saturday there's a live, they're there. They know that, and I thank them for that. But I also ask them to respect the people that have never gotten a reading, allowing them to come in and have, a taste of what I offer. So this is why I'm saying we're all connected, because sometimes someone needs to hear something before someone else is another reason why I allow people that have never had a reading before to have a reading before, the line. But I also keep a list of who is on first. So, that line is kept. So while I have the energy, I read as many people as I can. You're your incarnate part of it, like how powerful you are about being about this world in a cycle. We forget how much we actually mean to this world. How we think that we're so small and insignificant, but how we're all tied to each other actually plays a lucrative part of it. When you acknowledge this connection, it helps you align you, body, mind, and spirit with the forces of the universe, the planet herself, and all her creation. So don't forget how powerful you sit there and say, oh, little old me, I don't mean my insignificant me, I don't matter. I mean, it's like you truly do. By snuffing out that light that you have to offer in this world, you don't realize what, it's like dominoes, what a domino effect it will have. So this card is pretty straightforward. Dance and celebration. So, like I said, we're talking about engagements, celebrations, wedding. This is Christmas parties. I'm seeing birth of a baby. So it's like honoring the energy that's in your body and expressing this through dance. That's how we express our joy, is dance. Like, when you go to a wedding, a lot of people just dance their butts off. Even if they can't dance, they're having a great time. They get that liquid courage to go up and dance. In the Hebrew faith, you hold the bride and the groom on the chairs and the parents, and you bring them up and down in the chairs to celebrate this joyous connection, where we talk about green man synergy, where two elements become one. It's beautiful. So Spirit wishes for everyone to enjoy their time on Earth. And the part that wishes is to celebrate your capacity to be joyous and express it through your dance, through your body, through dance. Whether private or a small group of friends, a large communal gathering, let music, song, and dance is a part of your sacred ceremony, regardless of what you are celebrating. So you're honoring this celebration. You're honoring your body, mind, soul, and spirit as one to, celebrate and dance. So even if you don't think you can dance, get up there. Even tap your feet, get up there and just hold hands with each other and sway back and forth. It's just celebrating, putting that energy out. You're adding energy to that whole room. For truly a celebration is scarce. Meaning, like, they're far and few between. Like, birthdays are all the time, but how often do you get up and dance like that? Enjoy life, dance to celebrate, laugh, and love. Oh, I love that. This is truly one of my favorite cards. The Shaman, Ancient Healing Wisdom. I know one individual that comes into mind every time I read for them. This an Ancient Healing Wisdom card comes up. So the shaman lives his life in ceremony and treats everything with reverence, including the great mystery of death and even greater mystery of life. He works with his spirit helpers, including the ancestral spirits, to help him and his service to his people and to Mother Earth, providing a bridge between the spiritual and physical world. So when we sit there and we listen to our intuition, and we're healers read for others, they're actually building that bridge between the physical human experience on Earth and that experience. We don't, me speaking personally, I don't see the magnificence of heaven. I don't see, when I talk to spirit, I see them as their earthly being and their earthly experiences. They show us joy and happiness as we know it on earth, but beyond that, I don't see anything beyond that. Like, all I see is that they're happy and they're joyous and they're healed and they're no longer suffering. So this is the things that, we, like, as a healer, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anyone else. When I do a reading and I'm honored enough to have a spirit come into my presence and I'm able to express the loved one's feelings and emotions and compassion for the individual I'm reading for, it's a bridge you build between them. And as exactly as this card goes on, is that you're actually healing them. Anyone that has had a full not only with myself, any medium, healer, intuitive, whatever you want to call them, it is an experience, because you are opening old wounds and you're actually getting down to what was the root cause of that pain and healing it. So you're able to move forward. Sometimes it takes more than one reading. Sometimes it needs more, where you need to go get therapy and speak to a medical professional to get down to that rooted pain, because it triggers you still and you're able to get beyond that pain. Charged with building the bridge, charged with revealing pain, suffering as one of his priorities, the shaman does so by first always tending to the spiritual wound. So our old scars, the source of an illness. So this, like, that's what I'm saying. We may not have physical scars. So spiritual scars is abandonment. Someone has harmed you in such a way that is emotional baggage you carry with yourself through your whole life. You build up walls around you, mistrust. You don't, you block yourself from not experiencing that anymore. These healing powers have been passed along over the millennial from the ancient ones, and who knows, the healing and the cultural powers of spirit. So sometimes we don't know our ancestry, like spirit of the lineage of where this comes from. But I actually spoke to someone that I did a reading for, and she was telling me that it actually is a long line in her family. And I was like, that is brilliant. And she was just telling me a taste of what they did. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, I cannot even imagine. I know of one other person in my family that has this kind of thing. And I'm just like, you pick up things from individuals in your life. So I pull the Archangel Oracle cards because I feel like they add a little extra healing, or it speaks to people. So outdoors, go outside, get some fresh air, connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see the underlying order. So this might speak to a Libra. You might actually be a Libra, or you might have Libra influence in one of your houses, or you might have a partner that's a Libra. Finding the balance. Moon cycles. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize upon these cycles. We got 3 beautiful doves there. Creative writing. Make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen the article or book. It's so funny. I was actually speaking to someone. I did a mini reading for them, and I didn't pull from this deck, but these 2 cards really speak to me from her. That's so crazy. It's just wonderful how spirit comes through still. When I am connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. So find your tribe that you can speak to. I hope you have this tribe, and you're able to figure out what these things are that are triggering you or holding you back, so you're able to move forward and not have that like with the ancient shaman card. You're able to get to the root of this trigger and decide, do you want to move forward with this anymore? Maybe it's a person that triggers this. Do you want to move forward with this person in your life anymore? So I hope you're able to find that tribe to actually express these feelings and emotions, because nothing better. It's like having a shower and getting that dirt off your body, that you feel refreshed and clean again. So they have this manifestation or healing, what do you call that? Meditating, where you take a shower and you imagine as you shower and you're washing yourself clean, that all the emotional baggage that you're feeling is actually leaving your body. So it's quite amazing how that goes. That they said to visualize, like if you're feeling anxiety or sadness or hurt or disappointment, that as you're taking this shower, once you are clean and you get out of the shower, you have washed away all those feelings. So it's another powerful tidbit I wanted to share. So I hope you have a blessed weekend. Some of you are celebrating Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. Black Friday is coming upon us. Please be safe. Don't hurt each other. And I'm going to try and do a pick a card and get that up as well. So have a blessed weekend. Be safe. Be merry and bright. I know some of you have 2 weeks off, so enjoy that time off. Energize. Take those naps. Honor your body. And we'll see you on Monday for the next daily tarot card. Have a blessed weekend.